to answer calculation questions related to the time of flight mass spectrometer. When they give you this calculation question, when they give you the kinetic energy of one particle from the time of flight mass spectrometer, and they ask you to either calculate the time needed in second for the particle to travel until it reaches the detector, or the distance, or sometimes the mass of the particle, and some other times they may ask you to calculate the atomic mass of the particle. In this question, they actually give you the mass of the particle, which is 185, and they give you the kinetic energy, which is 1.153 times 10 to minus 13, and they give you the distance traveled, which is 1.45 meter. Please pay attention to the type of ionization here. It's by electron impact, which means the ions do not have hydrogen. It's just the positive ions. So the equation is that the kinetic energy equals half mvq, and they always tell you that m is the mass in kilogram. Remember that this is the mass of one particle, it's not the mass of one mole. And the speed is meter per second, and the kinetic energy in joule. So they ask you to here to calculate the time in second for the ion to reach the detector, and they give you the Avogadro constant. So in this case, first thing you need to calculate is the mass of one particle of these ions, and the mass here will equal the atomic mass, which is 185, and you divide this by the Avogadro number, which is provided for you, so 6.022 times 10 to 23. And remember, if you do this, you're gonna get the mass of one particle in gram, but you need it in kilograms, so you have to divide by 1,000 as well. So times 1,000, and that will give you the mass of one particle in kilograms. So this is 3.072 times 10 to 25 kilogram. Now you're gonna use this equation. So in this equation, because you want to calculate the time in seconds, so you need to calculate the speed, or the v squared. So rearranging your equation, v squared will equal 2 kinetic energy divided by the mass that we calculated in kilogram. So that will equal 2 times 1.153 times 10 to minus 13 divided by the 3.072 times 10 to minus 25, and that will give you the v squared, which is 7.5 times 10 to 11. Now we need to get just the speed, which is going to be the square root of this value. This is meter squared per second squared. So this is going to be the square root of 7.5 times 10 to power 11, and that will equal 8.66 times 10 to 5 meter per second. And now we have the distance, we have the speed, we need to find the time in seconds. So the time will equal the distance over the speed. So this equals the 1.45 meter, which is given to you in the question, divided by the speed we found here, which is 8.66 times 10 to 5, and this is equals 1.67 times 10 to minus 6 seconds. So this is how we calculate the time.